All right, we are back for the third part of today's session. What have we got? What are we thinking for this ending?
Okay, I have a draft.
I ate the plums that were in your icebox.
I took the riches that were in your bank vault.
Yeah.
So juicy.
Were so, and so hot.
Okay. Tell me what
Poetry
you guys
jokes,
think.
the best.
Yeah,
Yay.
yes. That went right over Cal's head for sure. Okay. Sorry. Big favor. Trapped in our vault. Need rescue. Need Olger not to know. Promise we'll explain everything. We're on your side.
Did you count those numbers of words?
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
cool.
I believe it's 23.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a couple words to spare.
One. Is no words if not one word?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
So you
So
could
I've got
throw in love you
Please
lots
help
or
us.
something.
Please
Yeah,
help us.
Love you lots. Please
Please
help us.
help us.
Please help us.
Pity points. Pity points.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Seems pretty
Is
good
that-
to me.
That
Yeah.
sounds okay.
I think it's impressive.
I mean, it's either going to work or it's not going to work.
100%.
That is how most things in this game work.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of how D&D goes. You either do a thing and it works, or you do a thing and it doesn't work.
Mhm.
Thank
I
you,
like it.
Gabriel.
I think
Here
it has
for
a
you, Emma.
decent chance of
Yeah.
working.
I think it has a non-zero chance of working.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Shall I?
We're pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to cast Sending
Very good.
and say to our friend, hopefully our friend, Tristan Carrington, sorry, big favor, trapped in our vault, need rescue, need Olger not to know. Promise we'll explain everything. We're on your side. Please help us. And, I'll try to, give puppy eyes.
Puppy dog eyes.
Mhm.
There's a pause, and then in your mind's eye, you sort of see a ghostly, translucent figure of Tristan that appears before you, and he's just holding his palm over his head, and he just goes, "Ugh. Hang on," and disappears.
Amazing.
Let's see.
This is amazing.
Nothing happens for a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing happens for an hour.
I don't think we're going to die in here, guys. I don't think we are. But, if we do, it has been an honor. Just saying.
We die in this bank vault.
Helena's morale speech. Yeah, you just you are
Motivation.
you are suddenly rich beyond your wildest dreams and die in this bank vault. But after about an hour, you hear the sort of machinery and turning gears of the bank vault sort of start to turn, and you feel the room that you're in rumble as it seems to descend downwards and then move to the side, then move downwards again until finally, thunk, with a kathunk, it arrives at the bottom of wherever it's going. And after a moment, you hear through the door, "Okay, convince me."
What do we have to? What are we convincing him of?
I think we have to convince him that we're not just thieves and
Can we tell him what happened? Yeah.
yeah. Satus, I think this is on you.
Yeah, right. So we're with him. We're operating under the fiction that we're working for House Belny, right? That we were like employed by them. Because we had asked him like if they were sketchy or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also like this is a guy that was like very like a lot of the big families are doing like weird sketchy things. Like he was kind of like trying to investigate corruption in the bank and getting kind of a cold shoulder. And you also like scored some points because you went and you talked to him on the day where he was like very angry, very upset, and gave him time of day,
right.
Which nobody at the bank was. So all of that may be stuff that you can use to your advantage, possibly.
Yeah.
But also like you can try to maintain the fiction of we were doing stuff for House Belny if you want to.
Yeah, I think. What are you
thinking?
thinking?
It's time to come clean, at least come clean-ish with him. That
Okay.
we're basically trying to stop both of these houses from.
How hot do you find this guy?
Not gonna lie, the fact that he came is pretty hot.
Damn it!
But
Damn it!
But like this is I think like the first indicator like
right.
like you know
Yeah.
like the woman that has mostly handled your stuff at the bank is what we might consider sort of a like very attractive person. This guy looks like the bank would mostly like to keep him out of sight because he is kind of a like aggressive in your face numbers nerd.
Yeah. Okay, I think
which may be exactly what Cal likes in a person.
Yeah, which is not to say that he's not hot,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I'm
So do we think we just tell him the truth?
more or less.
Okay. Helena, do you agree?
I do.
Okay. Then I think Satus would come clean and just say, oh, all right. So that the work we said we were doing for House Belny was maybe work in reduction of funds, and we at the same time are still trying to figure out what's going on with all of these corrupt houses, but we are trying to facilitate things so that good things don't get in the hands of bad people. Unfortunately, the Belny house had quite intense security measures in their vault, which we have tripped, and though we have overcome some of them, we have not been able to fully thwart them, and thus we find ourselves trapped in our own vault.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Okay. Do I still have, like, exhaustion disadvantage
You
stuff going on?
Unfortunately do, yes.
Cool. All right.
But he had such a nice nap.
Okay, that is an 18.
Yeah. Like it was gonna matter how exhausted he was. Like
Yeah, come on.
Like Satus falling asleep on his feet is still the most persuasive person in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
He is.
There's a pause, and then with a clack, the door unlocks and swings open, and behind it you see Tristan holding a torch. And past him, you see not the tunnel that you were led down, but a different tunnel, one that looks much more like a mine shaft somewhere. And he will sort of go, okay, I have to admit, a lot of things make a lot more sense now. I am inclined to go with the bank's stated laws of we only trafficked in how people get in and get out of vaults, not what happens to them once they're within them, and just sort of take that letter of the law and let you guys get out of here.
We'd like that.
I would like to take some of the gold and put it into my pockets.
One moment. What are you going to do with this gold? You say that you need to keep something from falling into the wrong hands. What are you trying to do?
Well, does he know Does he know about the auction?
You haven't told him. He probably knows just because it's a thing that is happening in the city. But...
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, we just got to go all in. So I'm sure you're aware of the big auction that's taking place. There's a very, powerful item up for bid, and if certain people get a hold of the item, it would be bad news for everyone that's not them. So we're trying to do what we can to make sure that that item does not fall into the hands of harmful people.
And these people might be House Belny or House Selig?
They might be working with House Belny. Yes.
And House Salem.
And House
frankly.
Salem.
And right.
Because it's scary.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the documentation on this vault so that your names are not associated with it, and you'll be able to use these funds for the auction. But you have to promise me that you're going to do everything that you can to make sure that neither of those families end up with whatever they're trying to get their hands on.
Oh, that is... Yes, you have said our plan out loud.
Keep going down this path, make a right at the first fork that you come to, and then keep going. If anyone, and I mean anyone, finds out that this tunnel is here, it will be very problematic news, so we will have to keep it very much to yourselves.
That we can do.
You will never get in touch with me again. This never happened. Do we have
What
an
never
understanding?
happened? Get in touch with who?
Very good.
So you just authorized the money for this? Okay.
I have not authorized anything. I have not done anything. I did not even step into the tunnels. I've had nothing to do with the vaults today. But when you tell whoever it is that is patronizing your ability to participate in the auction, if you tell them to authorize a vault in the name of Cauldron Arkwood, I think that they will find whatever funds are behind you added to their account.
Excellent.
Seriously, though,
Thank you.
never contact me again.
We never will.
No.
All right, get out. Quickly.
Thank you.
Great. I would like to take a little bit with me, just
Fine,
because
fine,
I
fine.
feel like. Yeah.
We should all do that. Let's all do that.
Yeah, let's all do that.
Everybody take a little bit.
Cool. What's a little bit? Are you living with like 1,000 gold? Are you living with like 500 gold each? Like what's?
1,000, I would say.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So your party
Nothing.
wallet goes from 20 GP to 3,020 GP.
Yay!
Very
Whee!
good.
Buy so much Maeve stuff.
And we should, give Sonya a little bit.
Yes.
Mhm.
A
Earned
lot,
it.
in fact.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Whew. go.
The tunnel that indeed you are in, you walk down it, and you have to go for about an hour past that first fork that Tristan tells you before you finally arrive at what looks to be an exit that goes into daylight. And if you step into it, you will find yourself in what looks like an abandoned quarry, a short walk outside of town. And if you look behind you, you will see a rock face that seems to be an illusion that has been put there.
Very cool.
Very cool.
But you
Incredible.
are officially out of the bank. You are outside of Selderon, but it'll be a quick walk to get back into the city. Congratulations, you have, I think, officially completed a bank heist. Well done, everybody.
Bank high.
I
Big guy.
presume that you grabbed your well
did.
of dimensions on the way out?
Yes.
Which we need to destroy, maybe.
Yes.
Or throw into the ocean. Or...
Now here's a question.
Hmm.
It's still open on the floor of the other vault, right?
Yeah.
So could we put could we put it into the ocean open
So the
So
ocean
that's-
falls
Yes.
into the vault.
and
yeah.
fill it with what? What?
See,
What
This is like
tarnishes gold?
I
Mike,
fucking
so
love
salt
this.
water for sure tarnishes gold.
yeah.
But there
fucking
are
love this.
pools of water in places. See, now I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like look back at the tape and see if I said that the Cardell estate had a swimming pool or not. I think I might have at least said they had like a koi pond.
Oh, there was definitely a koi pond.
Yeah, it could be a pretty big koi pond. See, Mike, as they say at
Oh, I
Aperture
remember that,
Sciences, now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we got 55, we got 60% of the money, but let's torch the other 40%,
Flood
baby.
that
Yeah.
vault.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Why
so you're
not?
not thinking like, you're not thinking go use the ocean water to cool it and then take the money. You're thinking
Oh.
like rust the money.
I was thinking destroy the other money.
Hey, look, you know that I'm always here for depriving the rich of their ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought, my friend.
Yeah, well, we've got thoughts. I do like cool the fire with a
Mhm.
water plan.
Yeah,
There's
there's
stuff.
that.
And then I can swim through with my cap of water breathing at last.
Yes.
I mean,
This is so weird.
this is
Somebody-
strangely how a lot of
this is-
D&D games go. Just like, when will I ever use this?
Yeah.
Months down the line, comes through and saves the day.
This is
Um,
silly.
I love this. Like if we're not going to be able to use these things anymore, let's go out with a bang.
Oh gosh.
So
Anyway, we've
so
walked
we
for an
d-
hour.
Wait, but we're like
Okay.
by the ocean, right?
Yeah,
You're,
By a
you would probably
quarry?
it would probably be like the no, like a rock quarry.
Oh, a rock quarry.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you,
Never mind.
it would like if you wanted to, you could sort of go around the city until you hit the sea. But probably the fastest way to get to the sea would be like going through the city and into the docks.
Got it.
Yeah. I also want to point out that like you have a whole day to do these shenanigans if you want to.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
are
Mhm.
kind of you're all kind of in rough shape right now.
We
Right.
are.
Yeah.
We should probably take a nap.
Yes, anything to remove my exhaustion would be very cool.
Yeah, I think that is probably. I think that we're probably looking at like.
Maybe going back to the Cardell estate, maybe talking to Beth about
Mhm.
Cauldron Arkwood
Sure.
vault.
Yeah.
And
And also, Mike, if you're just like sleeping, it would take 3 days to like completely wear off your exhaustion. But you are now affluent, so you could go to like one of the like spas in the city that
yes.
do like advanced
Yeah.
treatment.
Yeah, sign
Spa
me up.
day.
Get me a mani, get me a pedi, get me a mud bath, get me a massage
Amazing.
on a steam room.
Put it on my card.
yeah.
Yes.
Deserve it.
Yes.
Affluent.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like doing that. Bring me to the spa.
Cool. Okay. I think that it's a matter now of just like order. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It is
Mhm.
probably like you could be back in the city by around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I think on the day
Okay.
of the heist.
Okay.
And you have all of tomorrow to still do things before the auction.
Mhm,
I mean, okay, so the only thing we really have to do is get our dragons back, right?
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice. The other thing is, we've set off an alarm in the Belny Vault. Are they gonna like they will know, right? Like I'm assuming they're gonna like investigate
Probably.
or okay.
So
Yeah.
if we're gonna flood the vault, we should flood the vault sooner. rather
Probably.
than
Right, but I
later.
also don't know if flooding the vault will actually like it wouldn't immediately
love-
destroy the gold. So I don't know that it
but
would.
but
It would be funny.
fun.
It would be very funny.
At the very least, like here's the thing though, it might cause enough of a problem that they might not be able to do
They might not-
the audit
Right.
that is necessary.
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
I think like
exactly.
at some point that we find a large enough body of water to just put the thing down and then just wait until it's settled, like it's saturated, then we
Yeah.
take it. But I just at the very least just chaos so that they can't figure out what's going on.
Sure,
Yeah, I
sure.
like
Yes.
this chaos plan.
Like,
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although,
Let's
and
do
again, there's still
chaos.
that like criminal instinct in your brain of it's not smart to hold on to this for a lot of time. Like,
Oh,
kinda-
yeah, we are for sure. We're doing this, and then we are destroying this handkerchief.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
are we going to the docks
Mhm.
to get a large body of
Yeah.
water? What are we doing?
Is there
Yeah.
another place we need it? Yeah, I get. Is there? Let's go to the docks. I'll go to a dockside spa, and
Right.
So there's not really a lot of dockside spas
come on, where's the waterfront property?
that you want to go to.
Gotcha.
Like, it looks like the sort of thing where it's like, if you are a not very wealthy sailor and just like really need someone with an interesting interpretation of the word massage to try to de-kink their back, you could maybe go here. This may in fact leave you more exhausted than you are right now. What you probably want to do is to go by one of the places that is by this Curdell estate that are going to not want to treat you, and then you're going to show them how much money you have, and they're going to go, right this way, sir, please have, a lot of pampering on ours. But yeah, okay. But I'm hearing that we're going to the docks.
Yes.
Yes.
Just to fill up the vault.
Yeah.
Very good. I need a perception check from everyone, please.
Okay. And then I still am exhausted.
Right.
I got a 15.
Okay. Anyone else?
Got a 2.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Am I rolling with disadvantage?
You are. You are exhausted, yes.
Okay. In that case, I got a 12.
Okay. I just realized, Helena and Satus, your speed is still halved. So, Cal, it probably took you a little bit while longer to get back to the city, and Cal, you kind of have to keep being like, come on, slowpokes.
Come on, guys.
Walk through the desert faster. Jesus. Satus, you notice that there is a ship missing from the harbor. Specifically, the Solanese ship is no longer there.
Interesting.
I took our dragons. Again.
Thank her so much. Glad I didn't cast sending.
Yes. Correct.
Flood the vault.
Let's
Get less
plug them.
exhausted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Step 1, step 2. Okay.
All right. You're able to sort of like find the way. Most of the docks are wooden platforms, but you're able to sort of like find the little fishing platform that leads you down to the actual ocean itself.
Great.
Great. Who's got the hanky?
I'm going
Who
to
does
say
have-
that you do, Cal, and you take it
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna lay it out and kind of rest it on the top of the water.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of water like seeps in through the sides, and then very quickly, all of a sudden, like it sinks a little bit, and then just like plummets down into the depths.
Yeah. Great.
Wow. Fun.
Okay.
When it's complete, now we got to pick it back up and figure out how to destroy it.
You see like an older halfling fisherman behind you. He's sort of going, "What you folks got there?"
I dropped my handkerchief.
That's a mighty big handkerchief, young lady.
I get terrible colds.
Please don't tell me anything else. That's all. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And with that, he'll sort of like walk away. You'll sort of like hear him muttering to himself and shaking his head as he goes like, Jesus.
Achoo! Ugh.
Going away faster now.
Yeah. Do
Okay.
we just leave it here?
No,
Or-
I think we pick it up, and I think we have, like, I won't feel good unless we burn or cut apart
Okay.
the handkerchief.
I
Okay.
feel like it just sunk to the bottom of the sea there.
But
Okay,
You
fine,
know-
we're getting it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
she's not Army Commander Razak. She's Admiral Razak. I don't want any water thing. I don't trust her.
Okay. Getting it back then.
I think we get it back, and Cal uses a little fire something and just burn it.
Okay. Okay, one moment, because getting it back might be a wee bit of a task here.
Right.
Because
Yep.
it is... The dimensions of what's happening makes it kind of be, like, pretty glued to the ocean floor. Who's going
Okay.
in to, like, get this?
I think it's gonna be Helena.
I think so too. I think
Leery,
Have I-
sleepy, exhausted Helena.
been slightly less. If I should have thought with my brain and then maybe brought a fishing rod. But let's do this way.
Ooh, do you still have that
Lance.
lance? Yeah.
I have a lance.
Could you try to poke
Oh,
it
kind of like
and pull it up?
spearfishing.
Yeah.
Could I try and lance it with my lance? Is that what
Yeah.
you're?
I don't think this,
Yeah.
I don't think this lance is big enough. I think you're gonna need
I
to,
think
like,
we'd have
dive
to
in.
like,
Yeah.
tie it to
Okay.
something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
maybe tie
Yeah,
it to
like some
something.
rope.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
like some rope. A rope as long as the sea.
I mean, I would say that you might get better traction finding, like, a bunch of harpoons from, like, a local fishing supply store and kind of turning them into, like, one big harpoon. That would probably give you better control than just tying it to a rope, but you do you.
Is any of what we're doing discreet, do we think?
No,
At this point?
not in the least.
No.
So,
But if anybody notices, I go, my handkerchief.
but if later
No,
someone's
Satus
like, I
This,
wonder
if
who
anything,
flooded a
makes it
vault.
more indiscreet.
Yeah.
Satus leaves and goes to a different side of the pier and starts telling a story.
Oh,
and then
hell
maybe
yeah.
that'll draw
Yeah,
people start
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to him
Okay.
telling a story and pay no attention
Go
to the.
ahead and
oh,
roll me a performance check, Mike, to see how this goes.
Nice.
Now, mind you, you look fucking rough. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like your clothes are completely sweated.
I think I
through.
would make up a story. Satus
You guys would not
make up a
believe the
story.
day I've had.
Yeah.
Right, and
Got
thanks to my plus 11 performance,
Yes.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, and I think that
Even with
not
disadvantage.
that you need it, but I think that like the circumstances that you're leaning into would negate the disadvantage. But with a
Oh
19,
well, disadvantage. I rolled a 25.
All right, perfect, great. I think that yeah, in that case, you know, very quickly, a lot of the local fishermen, a lot of the passersby are paying attention to this guy that is telling this wild story instead of to the two young ladies on the fisherman's platform.
Yeah. Oh, I would be like, I was on a ship, and it started to wreck, and then I was on a boat, and it was me and a tiger and the
And a
the
hyena,
person who
and an
and the
orangutan,
hyena
yeah.
and the person who represents my mother.
Yeah.
We were on a island with flesh-eating bacteria.
I worship 3 gods. Yeah.
Yeah, the tiger's name was Parker Richards.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's me, the life of circumference.
You know, for a story that has
Circumference.
for
Yay.
that- very good, very good. Necessary adjustment. I'm glad we took the time to do that.
Yeah.
For a story that has as much mathematics and simple logical theology in it as this one does, it proves to be a crowd pleaser, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
everyone wants to listen to the life of Circumference.
Circumference. Mm-hmm.
Circumference.
Meanwhile, how are we doing, guys? What are we up to?
We're going
Great
in.
question. You're
We're going
going
in.
in. You're
Yeah,
going
cap
in.
on, cap on,
Cap
spear
on.
out. Here
Okay.
we go.
Helena, armor
Yeah.
on?
What do you mean?
Are we taking off
Mm.
your metal armor before we dive into the ocean?
Only if Cal says something.
I'll keep it safe for you.
Oh, okay. So you think I should take off my metal armor? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
I mean,
taking off
I
things.
could wear the cap and I could go down, but
Do you
you're
think that
much-
would be better? I'm strong.
I think
Strong
it
and
would be
tight.
better if you did it.
Yeah.
But you should take off your armor because
Okay.
you might sink.
I have
And-
to sink.
And then not be able to make it back up.
Your armor's very heavy.
I
I
cannot.
can tie a rope around me.
I-
If that makes you feel better. Let's do this.
One moment.
Okay.
1 moment. 1 second. If your waterlogged armor is so heavy that you can't swim back up, what makes you think that Cal will be able to pull you back up with a rope?
Fine, no rope. Come on, let's go.
Helena,
Yeah.
I love you.
Uh-huh.
I think you should take off your armor just
Okay.
for a few minutes.
Okay then. Sure.
So I'll help her take off.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And then you dive in.
Yep.
Little did you know that there was a vampire waiting for you down. No, I'm kidding.
No.
A strength check, I think, or no, it's an athletics, I think, for this.
With
With
the
disadvantage.
old yay. Okay. 16.
All right. You're able to swim down. It's maybe about 12 feet to get to like the bottom of this, and
Okay.
you're able to grab onto the sides of the handkerchief. And it's quite tough to get it folded up. Let me do just like a strength check. No disadvantage on this. Just strength. Straight up. Yeah.
Just straight up strength. Okay. I got a 19 plus 4.
It's tough, but you're able to get it folded up, and at a certain point, you feel as the portal connection breaks, and all of a sudden, there is no longer that weight on it. Now it is just a piece of cloth under the water, which you're able to just pick up and bring it back out with you.
Launch myself off. Take my hat off.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And let's put your armor back on.
Oh, thanks, Cal.
Yeah, you're welcome. I know how much you like your armor.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit wet and weird now, but yep, great.
Yeah,
thank you.
even that's okay. Here,
I'm sort of
I'll
out
just
of
I'll
this
just do like a light firebolt, not at her, but next to her to hopefully like dry her off.
Oh.
Sure. It's it's a desert city. Drying her off is not an enormous
Yeah.
concern. She will be dry very
Yeah.
quickly.
And I'm going to give you this, Cal, because I think you should do the honors.
Okay. Should I wait till it's dry to try to light it on fire, or should I try to rip it? What should we do?
I think you have to burn it.
Okay.
I think around
All right.
I think around here we can also say that like Satus' story wraps up and he sort of comes back and like joins you two again.
Great. So yeah, so I guess I will put it on the ground and cast a firebolt at it.
No effect.
No effect. Great.
Because it's like magic, it probably won't burn.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Should I put it back in the ocean?
I mean, yeah, we kind of either have to put it back in the ocean or destroy it somehow. Because if we
Mhm.
open it up again, then all the water will pour out of it.
Ooh. Oh, I would
So-
love to do that to someone really annoying.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
like Admiral Rosar.
Yeah.
Everybody, quick. Actually, just a d20 from everyone. Everyone that has exhaustion with disadvantage, but just like tell me what the number is.
Oh.
Cal, you can roll normally. But
I can roll normally?
Yeah, just a d20, please.
I got a 5.
5,
I got a 2.
2.
I got a 6.
Wow.
All right, as you were. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Where are our dragons? Okay. So,
Should we, I don't know, step away from where we are?
yeah,
you can-
let's
you
just
can
I'm
get out
gonna
of
pick
there.
up I'm gonna pick up the handkerchief for now.
mhm.
I know we need to get rid of it, but it's better
Yeah.
than it just leaving it.
Cool.
And let's go find a spot.
Okay.
Mhm.
Very good, very good. Yeah, you walk back up to sort of the hilltop, rich person neighborhood, and find a location called the Oasis that looks like a real pampered, hot springs, all-inclusive resort hot springs spa, and they will charge you 200 gold for each of you a night, but you will be very restored by the experience of it.
Love it. Love it.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think that in that case, unless you tell me that you want to do something, I think that we can just sort of do like the montage version of what you were talking about before, Mike, of just like the mud baths, the hot springs, the deep tissue massage, the facials, the manicures, the pedicures, the
Cucumbers on the eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
cucumbers,
yeah.
for sure.
Just like relaxing.
Yeah.
Do you at all talk
Yes.
about the Well of Dimensions, or are you just holding on to that for now?
We might discreetly talk about it. Discreetly.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, maybe at
We
some.
don't feel like, yeah, it's safe, isn't it? People aren't just going to ram their way out of it, right?
You don't know.
No.
As far as you've been told, if this thing is folded up and it's not laid out flat on the ground, its magical properties aren't in effect. But you don't know, and I want to remind you that you got this item from Admiral Razak.
Oh, we got it from Razak. Can we bring it to Maeve and see if Maeve can try to destroy it?
Yeah, maybe. Roll me another one of those d20s. Now, just everyone, no disadvantage. I just want to see if a different thought occurs.
Yeah. I got a 9.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Got a 13.
All right. Helena, you have this thought of it is known
Amazing.
that magical items are difficult to destroy. Like, it is not just any means that can destroy magical items. That is why there are so many stories about heroes traveling to magical volcanoes or other sort of
Destroy
very
it forever.
similar
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, the more magic that something is, the more difficult and the more specialized the tool that it would take to destroy them is. It occurs to you that you are in possession of something quite magical, which is the sword of destruction that you have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my friends this.
Poke it, rip it with the sword.
Okay.
Dice it.
Yeah, I should slice it with my sword. I hope it won't break my sword. We could give it a go if
Sure.
we're up for, we want this to happen.
Yeah, if it's big enough, can't like Cal and I like hold it, Cal and Satus hold
Yeah.
it taut and then try to just
Ooh.
puncture it.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay.
There's a boom, like a thunder, just crashed down upon you. Strength saving throws, everyone, please.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Oh no!
I'm so tired.
I have a 14.
I got a 15.
All three of you are knocked on your asses. Mike, Satus actually, like, flies back, like, 10 feet from the place where this happens. But you hear sort of this, like, massive boom. This force knocks you back. And then as you look back, it's very strange because the item, the now, like, torn piece of cloth hangs in the air for a moment with this hole in the middle of it, out of which falls, in these weird little spurts, a few gold coins and some water, as well as some rotten vegetables, which you do not understand where those came from. But then a moment later, the entire thing just crumples down to the ground. And you suspect that whatever magical properties this thing had have now been very thoroughly destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. The rotten vegetables?
Mm-hmm.
What do we think?
Yeah.
Do you think there were 3?
Oh.
Or maybe there were rotten vegetables in the sea. That.
Like sea cucumbers?
Yeah.
These do not look like maritime vegetables.
Okay.
Maybe Admiral Razak had 3?
But then how would we have... Unless there's one that is like different. We traveled between the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Unless there's like one more powerful, one to rule them all. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know.
But
I'm not sure there's much
What-
we can do now.
No, there
about
isn't.
it,
no,
it
it's
regardless,
what's
but-
done is done.
Just an interesting
And
thing.
If
Yeah.
if Razak gets mad at us for it, we'll just say we're trying to cover our
Add
trail.
it to the list.
Well, look, we were committing a crime and trying to cover their tracks. What do you mean we
Yeah.
weren't supposed to destroy it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go get massages.
Yeah.
You spend a night of decadent luxury, the likes of which you have not had in a long, long time. You completely heal your hit points. You get them all back.
Amazing.
Folks that have spell slots, you get 2 level 1 spell slots, 1 level 2 spell slot, and 1 level 3 spell slot back.
Okay.
Yay!
You have
Let's
also, I remind you, now
go.
spent 600 gold in this adventure, but yes.
We will take it. It's where that.
You've got so much money now. Oh, that feels good. That feels great.
But yes, yeah, this is a little bit Breath of the Wild rules where like you can get like the normal hotel room or you can get like the fancy hotel room that gives you a bunch of buffs.
Soft bed. Yes, okay.
I love
Nice.
it. I love it.
The next day, you emerge from the spa, rested, raring to go. You have a day and change before the auction. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, we've got to talk to Sarah Beth about
Sarah Death.
Death
Yes.
about and she was my friend.
She's going to be like our
about-
sponsor, right? She's going to
Yeah.
She has
Well,
agreed
yeah.
to do that,
Sponsor.
yes.
She's agreed to do that. So I think we got to go
Like,
talk
she
to
will
her.
put down the name if you can put down the money, which you can now do.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got to talk to her. We got to see if we can try to get our dragons back. I did just remember that she said that my dad had been working for House Selig.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So we could potentially go see my dad.
Okay, Cal. We should do that if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's what I want.
I
But
think it's a good idea.
if we can't figure out, because it seems like the dragons are on the boat that's gone, right?
Kind of seems like that, yeah.
But we need some information.
Yeah, by the way, for the first time in quite a bit, none of you have prophetic god dreams this night.
Oh,
How weird is that?
that's lovely.
How weird.
Maybe I'm not possessed by an evil god after all.
Don't
Yeah,
anger
Cal
it.
thinks to herself. Yeah. So, I mean, we definitely have to talk to Sarah Death.
Mhm.
We want to find our dragons. We should maybe try to find Sonya, maybe give her a little bit of money because she earned it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we just gave her some gemstones up to this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Rubies and what have you. Priceless,
Yeah.
priceless stones. No, you're right. We should.
right. We could go see Maeve and see if we can get some cool stuff.
Sure.
Mhm.
You know, there's all sorts of options.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
I feel like Admiral Razak has our dragons, and we're not gonna get them back unless we. I don't know.
I don't know. We might not get them back until after the auction, but we're going to get them back.
Yep. Yeah. Of course, once we have Satus's awesome new implement,
Yeah.
that could be a big game changer.
It could be. Maybe it's the magical loot of summoning your dragons back to you.
I would love that,
Yeah.
but alas, I don't know.
I don't either. But, I mean, was there anything else that we needed to? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting.
I think you've been
Was there
fairly
anything-
thorough.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think so too.
So I think step one, let's go talk to Sarah Death.
Okay.
We cut to our three heroes arriving outside of the Cordell estate with the usual doorbell facing you. The door opens after about a minute or two.
Yeah.
Gustav will go, "Good morning. This is a much more acceptable time for you all to be calling. If you would like to step in, we were just laying down breakfast."
Oh, how lovely. We'd love to join. We have a business matter to discuss with the lady of the house.
Very good, ma'am. Please step this way. Also, an envelope arrived addressed to the three of you late last night.
Huh.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gustav.
He shows you
Gustav.
in, and indeed, Sarah Death is having breakfast, and she'll go, "Oh, hey, it's the three of you. I was wondering when you would come back. I got a little bit worried when you didn't make it last night."
Sorry. We should have sent a message. We were exhausted.
Got it. Well,
Some
here.
of us literally.
Well, here, sit down, sit down. Gustav, 3 more plates, please. And you'll sort of hear, very well, ma'am. After a little bit of time, Gustav will return with some plates and some cups of Carva juice, which he will lay down in front of you. And he will also put down a kind of manila envelope on the table for you all.
Who wants to read it?
I'll open it.
Okay.
Attaboy.
All right. Satus opens the envelope.
Inside is a silver coin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that it?
Do you take it out? Do you look at it?
I try to. Can I Arcana check to see if I can figure out what the heck this thing is? Or like history, some sort of check before I touch.
Roll me a history check. I think that would be the most pressing one.
Cool. I don't want to touch an evil cursed coin.
No.
That's an 18.
Yes.
It is a Solanese Tide Runner, which is a type of currency that used to be used in Soliana before the gold coin that is now like the continental standard was in vogue.
Okay. Satus relays this information.
Why would she send us an old coin?
Like it.
Is it because we've been looking for old people?
Feels like a warning somehow. Doesn't feel good.
So right now, like the coin is like still inside the envelope, right? Like you're kind of,
Okay.
you've opened the envelope, you're peering in.
Yes.
Is it a coin of sending? Can she talk to us if we touch
Oh,
it?
let's.
Yeah, is it
Let's-
spying on us?
We should. I guess
Let's.
take it. Just pick it up.
Yeah. Pick it up. Pick it
All
up.
right.
You pick it up, and after a moment, the coin starts to shake slightly.
Mm-hmm.
It shakes a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
It starts to glow.
I drop it.
Punk! It drops down to the ground where it's like rattling away against the wooden floor.
Okay.
Beth and Gustav are both like stepping back a little bit away from the table. But after a moment, there is a faint pop, and you see the image of Admiral Razak in her dress uniform holding a cup of tea. And she sort of says, "Oh, good. You got my message. Good morning."
Morning. I'm
Hi.
wearing my hat.
Hi.
Yeah.
I wanted to simply relay to you all that I consider the matter in Selderan to now be completely well at hand. It seems that you have the resources to deal with the auction and to prevent the vintner from acquiring the object. So I thought that my attention was better spent speeding along to our next objective in securing the item in the Elven Islands before our adversary could in any way become involved with that. So I leave the matter entirely in your hands. And I would advise you to, after you are done acquiring the Sunset Loot, to focus on keeping it safe along with the other object that you have already acquired. No need to concern yourself with any of these matters further. We'll take care of the third object.
Fuck that.
Yeah, as Cal said. Fuck that. Also, where are our dragons?
I thought that you might reply with some of those statements and with that question. And I just wanted to let you know that I did not just take my soldiers along with me when I left Selderan. We also have some traders from the Salic corporate empire with us, including among them a former priest of the Night Star. She's now reading from a piece of paper by the name of Alden Vance. Mr. Vance will be traveling with us, and if you do not want any harm to come from him, I expect you to leave matters well enough alone, in which case I will be happy to leave matters well enough alone. But if you in any way pursue us or try to interfere with what I'm trying to do, I may be forced to make him aware of what is happening in a way that might be quite harmful. I say it's better to keep him blissfully unaware and make him think that he is just doing what he always does, which is trading with some old friends from his homeland. Are we clear?
Bastard.
I will take that as a yes. Good luck with the auction. Happy spending. And with another pop, the image will fade and the coin will now rest on the ground.
They were so hard.
Yeah.
We had that loot.
But one step at a time. One step at a time.
Yeah.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah, I'll be fine. She's not
Okay.
gonna hurt him. Mm-mm. I won't let her.
No. She needs stuff we have.
But that does lead us to the reason why we came here.
Yeah, Seer Death will sort of go like, yeah, that was intense. What's going on, y'all?
So, long story short, if your offer to sponsor us in the auction still stands, we have the funds.
I think it very much stands. Here, pull up a chair, get some carva. Let's talk. And I think
Cal
that there
needs a stiff drink.
yeah, if you want some brandy for your carva juice,
yeah.
we can make that happen. But I think that is where we're gonna leave it for now. And I think that next time we can dive almost right into the auction.
Amazing.
See how this all wraps up. I think we're about done with our second big arc here.
Okie dokie. Oh, yeah.
like she's higher up there for me than the vintner right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's personal.
It's Umbridge versus Voldemort. Like,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
more
Viscerally hateable.
direct and abusive power hateable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
I will pass all of this along to her. And
Good.
Please
Thank
do.
you.
Please
Yeah.
do. Please do.
And her reaction will probably be good. Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, that was fun.
That was
That
very
was-
fun.
Congratulations on a very successful bank heist.
Thank
No?
you.
Made it happen.
And
Oh, man.
Jesus, Mike, that brainwave of flooding that vault,
Yes.
I
Oh
was
my
not ready
God.
for that. That is
That
just
was
wild.
so good.
Great idea.
So good.
That was some next level stuff. Well done.
Yeah.
Look, I played a lot of Portal in my days.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the third one was on the moon.
No.
Yeah, no.
Ah.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Mhm. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. Thank you,
yeah.
everyone.
Mhm.
And thank you to Rena,
Thank you, Rena.
Thank you, Rena.
who pledges at our highest level on our Patreon. And I'm just checking real quick to make sure we have
See if we have any new folks.
Yeah. Yep. Ooh, we do. We've got a couple new members.
Let's
Thank
go.
you so much to Luke Maldonado
Nice.
and Rachel Feist.
Thank you.
What a
you.
great
You
name.
both. Thank you.
Rachel
thank you.
Feist
you.
for the heist. I
There
love
we
it.
go.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes,
It was meant to be
yes.
written in the stars.
Yeah.
Yes, and Rachel pledged at our $25 tier, which means that she will be getting access to our 20 to midnight nights.
Yes.
Which we got to
I
do another one
believe.
of soon.
Awesome.
Which we will be doing another one of soon.
Which I fondly think of them as the 20 to Midnight's complaints department. It is a little bit of the players going, how could you do this to all of us? Why would you do this to all of us?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
your problem? How are you broken?
Yeah. Who
Yes.
who hurt you?
Yeah.
And why do you think it's us?
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, you can get access to that and all more if you go to patreon.com/20 to midnight.
That's right. That's right.
And anyone can join our Discord, which does have a special Patreon tier,
Mhm.
but the whole thing is open. You can, chat with me about my Baldur's Gate experience,
Very
which has been
important.
traumatic.
No.
Yeah. But and we'll be back soon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
Yes, we
for
will.
bearing with us through our little scheduling hiccup.
Oh, look, Dominion was a fun time.
It sure was.
It's always
was
fun
really
to
fun.
throw it
Dominion
in.
is always fun.
Always
Yeah.
a good time.
Curator's Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, just to wrap things up with our credits, this has been 20 to Midnight, DM'd and adventure designed by me, Gabriel Urbina. It is performed by Beth, Eyre, Emma Sherr-Ziarko, and Mike Schubert. It features wonderful original art by Mikaela Buckley and terrific original music by Alan Rohde, as well as various sound effects sourced through soundsnap.com. And we'll be back with, I think, the last episode of our Selderon arc very, very soon.
All right, let's go.
If all goes well.
Now, let's be real, it won't. But it'll still be fun.
Yeah, but it'll still be fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you all for
Thanks,
tuning in.
everyone.
Talk to you all later.
Thanks, everybody.